Well, for the time being, he has to stay on the floor. He has to understand what he means to this team. He has to really concentrate, and if he's out of position, he has to really be smart about using his fouls judiciously because he is pivotal to what this team is going to be. He can't foul out. He just can't because he's too valuable. He just has to play smart, play like a veteran. He's fifth, sixth year in college, and he's got to lean experience and realize what he means to this team. He needs to be on the floor the entire time.
ESPN 1530.
Xavier fans, this is Joe Sunderman, voice of the Xavier Musketeers. Just like our Musketeers, our friends at CTI Clinical Trial and Consulting are always looking for new talent to add to their team. They even have a program specifically designed for recent graduates. If you'd like to work with a group of people on life-changing therapies to help patients around the world, CTI is the team for you. To learn more, visit ctifacts.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football, and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too. Almost 24/7. Money lines, parlays, props, live bets, and so much more. The betting options feel endless on DraftKings. Best of all, it's safe, secure, and reliable with 24/7 support. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever and however you want. And here's a new gift for all customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Cincy1530. That's code Cincy1530 for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Ohio only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Beloved former basketball coach and educator Satch Sullinger knows you got to keep moving to stay healthy. But that's not so easy when your aching joints won't cooperate.
We still want to move and we still want to get around and we still want to be active, but we start to deteriorate the moment we quit moving.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments help restore movement in stiff, aching knees, hips, shoulders, and back, using only your natural healing properties to help restore damaged joints. That's a huge positive for Satch.
It's working, and what I really like about it is there's nothing foreign put in my body. Everything that was put in my body has been taken from my body. I love it. I love it. Like I said, I want to live until the day I die.
Get rid of the pain and start moving again. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 513-847-0019. That's 513-847-0019. 513-847-0019.
Finding time for physical therapy doesn't have to be a challenge. With over 23 locations throughout Greater Cincinnati, NovaCare Rehabilitation makes it easy to get the care you need where you need it. From athletics at the University of Cincinnati to average people looking to live life without pain, NovaCare's experts have seen it all. Find a center near you at NovaCare.com today.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Make this a magical Christmas with help from Genesis Diamonds. Step into a world of luxury, beauty, and love. At Genesis, we have what women love, from simple diamond stud earrings to amazing one-of-a-kind designer bracelets. And you can't miss our best-ever selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. And for the entire month of December, Genesis is making everything affordable with 5 years, zero-interest financing. Just pick any item, divide the price by 60, and that's your payment. Our showcases are filled with exquisite diamond rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands. Can't miss gifts with exquisite craftsmanship and lasting value. All of our exclusive designers are showcasing their latest creations, and our non-commissioned experts will help you pick out that gift that's sure to bring tears to her eyes on Christmas morning. So come see us at Genesis for the most romantic and memorable gift of the season. Get holiday store hours, directions, and finance details at GenesisDiamonds.com. Genesis Diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes on Montgomery Road. See store for details.
The election is finally over, and with a new pro-business administration about to start, at Swish Funding, we're committed now more than ever to help America's small businesses come out of the surviving years and into the thriving years. Whether you need funds for cash flow, expansion, or new equipment, Swish Funding will always have your back, with flexible funding options from $25,000 up to $2 million. At Swish Funding, we know time is money, so we designed our process to be fast, easy, and hassle-free. You could get a decision in just minutes and cash in your account in as little as 24 hours. With financing at rates as low as 8% and flexible payment terms tailored to your business needs. It's no wonder our clients call us the small business owner's friend. To qualify, you must be in business for at least 1 year with monthly revenue of $50,000. It's that simple. The time for your growth is right around the corner, and at Swish Funding, we're here to help you succeed. Apply today at swishradio.com. That's SWISH radio.com.
From the ESPN 1530 studio. Powered by Madewell Restoration. Greater Cincinnati's roofing and exterior restoration experts. Madewell Restoration.
This is 1530 WCKY,
Cincinnati.
the 50,000-watt orange and black home of the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati's ESPN 1530.
This is Penn Station East Coast Sub Cincy 360. About Cincinnati, from Cincinnati. Sponsored in part by Penn Station East Coast Subs. Handcrafted hot grilled subs, fresh cut fries, and lemonade. It's all about good taste. Penn Station East Coast Subs. Order online today. This is ESPN 1530, Cincinnati's sports station.
Have I ever mentioned the Penn Station right next to us is the best Penn Station? I think I have.
Yeah.
Just high quality every time. I don't think I've ever, and it's so rare. You mentioned like you went to your favorite Skyline and it didn't have like, you know, your normal rock star experience. Everybody has like a bad day, right? Like bad days happen. I've never gone to that Penn Station and thought, man, they didn't have their fastball today. They've got their fastball every time.
Yeah.
It's delightful. The Kenwood Skyline is also outstanding. Something about the fast food places here in Kenwood, like they bring the heat. We've talked a lot of Bengals today, Austin. Mm-hmm. Almost the entire show, which is, you know, it's a Bengals station. We are the home of the Bengals. Let's mix it up a little bit. You want to mix it up a little bit?
Let's do it. Let's mix it up.
Let's do some college sports. We'll start with college football, Austin. What are the biggest topic outside of the NFL so far this week has been ESPN's coverage of the college football playoff.
Okay.
Their obsession with the SEC. And our guy Kirk Herbstreit has kind of doubled down on this and basically said it should just be the best teams on paper. Like, ignore the results. Throw the results out the window. We know Alabama has like X amount of talent. We know the legacy, the history. So Alabama deserves a spot, even if the results say that they don't. And by results, I mean losing by 21 to Oklahoma, losing to Vanderbilt. The results don't matter. And I think it's such a crap way to look at things. Mm-hmm. Because then why are we playing the games? Why just determine in August, these are, at the end of the season, these are the 12 teams that are going to get into the playoff. We're going to play the games, I guess, you know, because we have to. We got tickets to sell and money to make and TV revenue to extract. But I just don't understand, like, what is ESPN trying to accomplish? And I guess it's because, you know, they have this major partnership with the SEC where, you know, the Big Ten has their major partnership with Fox. I think that is part of it. But I've just been baffled by the way that this has all been handled so far in the year one of the 12-team playoff.
I have the Kirk Herbstreit audio talking to Linda Cohn if you want to hear that.
Let's hear it.
All right, here we go.
First round is now complete. All home teams won. They not only won, but they won by double digits. What is your biggest takeaway from this first weekend of the 12-team playoff?
That I hope next year the committee won't get caught up in what the social media and a lot of people who are fringe fans get caught up in, which is wins. They had 11 wins. They must be good.
Let's not get caught up in wins.
I think is much more important than how many wins you have. That's old school way of approaching it. Has Indiana having 11 wins and beating nobody. That doesn't mean they're one of the 12 best teams. Remember,
yes, it does.
I know, Linda, I'm not taking this out on you, but there's a big difference between deserving and best.
Yeah.
What this is all about is giving us the best 12 teams.
No, it's not.
Subjective. How you want to figure out the best 12 is up to you. But that's what I want to see. I don't want to hear about wins. How many wins? Winning is obviously important. But just because you have 11 wins doesn't mean you're better than a team that maybe had a tougher road that had 9 wins. So I think we get too caught up in how many wins you have. It's really more about who are the best 12 teams, and we need to get the best 12 teams in this tournament every year.
So I have been saying this for a while. Part of what I loved about the 4-team playoff is that it should be about the 4 best teams.
Sure.
There is no governing body in college football that has any power over anybody. There is no equal playing field across college football. There isn't. It is a complete mess, and it's part of the reason why the discourse around it is so good, because there are always different arguments to make and different stats to look at and different ways to assess different teams. But nobody stands on an equal playing field.
No.
Some teams have more money. Some teams have scholarship things that they can offer that other teams can't. And there's NIL deals, and there's conferences, and there's locations, and there's none of it.
It's never been fair.
Correct. It's never been fair. And so for me, I've always said, okay, well, if it's not going to be fair, the most fair thing you can do is essentially give me the 4 or the 6 or the 12 best teams no matter what.
Okay.
I've said from the beginning, I do not want automatic bids. I think automatic bids are stupid. I want the 12 best teams that result in the best product playing for the national championship.
Okay.
And so Kirk, the way he worded that, I completely disagree with. Wins do matter. But as Alabama's AD said and others, the way that it is currently structured, it totally takes away from the idea that you should be scheduling tough out-of-conference games.
But Alabama didn't schedule tough out-of-conference games.
Correct. But it puts less value on the schedule as long as you get to your conference, and if you can get through your conference undefeated or get to your conference 1-2 losses, championship game, whatever, that's all that matters.
Okay, my argument would be Indiana's schedule is not Indiana's fault.
Correct.
And Indiana did not make their schedule. The Big Ten assigned their schedule, and then they have a couple non-conference games that, look, we always make fun of. For years and years and years, we've made fun of Sunbelt Saturday in the SEC, where they add a win to their win. They won't go to 9-game conference play. They stick at 8 because they want to game the system by scheduling a win that the other conferences don't have the ability to so easily manipulate because they play 9 games. It's not Indiana's fault. If the end result isn't Indiana can fire their coach, bring in a new coach that completely changes the culture and the identity of Indiana football, and then at the end you pulled the rug out from under them because you say arbitrarily, we think Alabama is better than Indiana. Based on what? Right. Alabama got blown out by a bad Oklahoma team. Alabama lost to a very average Vanderbilt. There's nothing about Alabama's resume that says they deserved a pass for what they didn't prove on the field.
To clarify,
I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with the idea that what he said.
I don't know why anybody really thinks Alabama should have been in the playoff.
Right. They didn't earn it.
Truthfully,
because they're Alabama.
And I know Kirk has floated this out as well, until there is some other body that actually schedules the games, this is just going to happen over and over and over again.
Sure, because the conferences are too big.
Correct.
Because you've gotten past the point where 10 to 12 team conferences pretty much everybody played everybody. You know, in a 12-team conference, you had a couple teams that you didn't play, but for the most part, you played everybody in the conference, and you at least had some equal ground to measure on. That is out the window because it is impossible now with a 16-team conference and a 9-game schedule. You know, there's 40% of the conference that you're not going to play every year. And the teams that avoid the best teams are the teams that are probably going to have the best record because that's just kind of how this thing works. But I just hate this notion of it's predetermined who we think are the best teams, and no matter what they do, we're going to forgive them for it because they're Alabama. Like, I hate it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And maybe it's from being in and around Cincinnati, like through 2021 and seeing everything that they endured. You know, they got bashed in the media they got bashed on this show for 14 weeks. But at the end of the day, that team earned its opportunity to play Alabama. Now, the funny thing is, if Oklahoma, think about this series of events, Austin, and how much much like one play changed everything in 2009. It was a Big 12 game. Nebraska almost upsets Texas. They put an extra second back on the clock. Texas kicks the field goal. Cincinnati doesn't make the national championship game. That, allows Brian Kelly to leave. Think about what would have happened in 2021 if Oklahoma State gets the ball across the goal line and Cincinnati doesn't make that college football playoff. Because you know what happens then, Austin? Luke Fickell goes to Notre Dame. The reason he didn't go to Notre Dame was because he had a team to prepare for the college football playoff. What's the most likely outcome if Luke Fickell goes to Notre Dame?
Marcus Freeman is the head coach.
Marcus Freeman is the head coach at Cincinnati. Luke Fickell is the head coach at Notre Dame. And history is on a completely different path. But one play changes all of that. But Cincinnati earned that spot. And they got trashed for that. Like it was their fault. Like I just hate that. I hate the stones thrown at an Indiana. Now, it proved on the field that Indiana wasn't probably one of the they definitely weren't one of the 8 best teams. I do think they were probably in that group that was one of the 12 best teams, but they weren't one of the top 8.
Right.
Blowouts have happened every year.
The very first college football playoff game was a massive blowout.
Yeah, 59 to 24 or what. Like, I hate this discourse that we are already tearing this thing down because it doesn't look like how the powers that be wanted it to look.
Right. Well, I do think this is all kind of part of the plan, which was to eventually get to an NFL-style team.
A Big Ten SEC tournament.
Well, that essentially, but more or less, it's like you actually have big conferences with divisions, and it just makes more sense in the way that it's created.
Yeah, but
and I still think that's the path that we are going down.
But everybody immediately goes to like the seeding and the way it should be seeded and the way it should be reseeded and this, that, and the other. You know what's going to happen in the NFL this year, Austin? A 13-2 team is going to have to go on the road and play what is currently an 8-7 division leader. The Vikings are 13-2. If the Lions win the NFC Central, or whichever team wins the NFC Central out of those two, it's going to have to go on the road and play a division-winning Atlanta Falcons.
Right.
That's how things are set up. That's how playoffs work. You get rewarded for winning your conference, your division. Do I think that the conferences need to be structured differently? I do. I think if you're going to have a 20-team conference, a 16-team conference, I think you need 4-team pods.
This is like, the way I see it is I'm not that bent out of shape about it because I know this is all temporary.
Yeah.
College football just keeps changing stuff all the time because there's nobody really in charge. There's no really right way to do it. And
if you don't like it, you sue, and the NCAA can't win.
Correct. Like, it's just, there are some really, really great moments in college football and some highly, highly entertaining games. But, like, this is the part of it that drives me nuts. Like, it drives me nuts that we are constantly fighting about stuff, and it's all constantly getting moved, and people are bending the knees to the biggest conferences and so on. And now, I wonder with NIL and the transfer portal, if what we saw out of the SEC this year is what it's going to look like in the SEC for the foreseeable future.
Yes, it is.
Everybody is more on the same playing field. And so everybody might have 2-3 losses by the time it's all said and done.
And guess what? Alabama Jones isn't around anymore to
Right.
run the conference.
Right.
Which that was maybe one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
That was pretty funny.
Shane Gillis calling Nick Saban Alabama Jones, and then crack the whip
saying
Indy.
that he paid players at Alabama, which is fantastic.
I love Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he's very funny. So, yeah, it's just like I'm not that bent out of shape about it. I do hate the seeding, though. I've always been anti-automatic bids because the conferences are not created the same.
Yeah, but I don't know how you avoid the automatic bid situation.
You just eliminate them and put the 12 best teams in.
The conferences aren't going to let that happen, though.
I know, but that's the problem. Conferences are too powerful. Somebody else needs to make the rules.
Yeah, well, the problem in college football...
And the smaller conferences then need to schedule up as much as they can.
But now the big conferences don't want to schedule this,
right?
Right? Like there's no benefit in scheduling one of the. That was a problem Cincinnati faced when they were dominating the American, and that UCF faced, and that Memphis faced at times. Like those teams don't want to play you because if they lose to you, they're done. They're done. There's another.
Well, that's the thing. If 12 teams, no automatic bids, and it's all based off the committee, then maybe you're not done.
Yeah.
It's like Ohio State. It lost that terrible game to Virginia Tech, lost their starting quarterback. But because they played so well against Wisconsin, it was like, okay, well, these guys actually are peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
We'll put them in.
Yeah. There is another thing I want to get to, but we're long on time this segment. Let's take a break. When we come back, 5 for 5, Austin. You talk about the way things are changing. It's about to get even more interesting. Cincy 360, a service of Penn Station, right here on Cincinnati's ESPN 1530.
Time to get to business.
Burrow spikes the ball in the back of the end zone.
Joe Burrow and his big bad Bengals put it all on the line when they face Bo Nix and his Broncos.
Trey Hendrickson, tomahawk chops him to the ground.
Can the orange and black break these Bronx?
Executed to perfection.
Find out when you get the call from Dangerous Dan Horde and Mighty Dave Lapham. Coverage starts Saturday at noon on ESPN 1530, the official home of the Bengals.
Tony Pike here for my friends at Miamiville Trail Yard. Look, my family, whether we're fueling up before weekend games or treating out-of-town guests for the holidays, the Pike crew loves the weekend brunch at Miamiville Trail Yard. It's a must for anyone that's visiting us. They have scenic sights paired with chicken and waffles, breakfast tacos, and their famous Goliath Bloody Mary. It does not get any better than that. Also, a perfect spot for you to book your holiday events in their upstairs area. Perfect spot to watch all the college football playoff, NFL playoffs, college basketball. It all happens at Miamiville Trail Yard. Find the yard on the trail between Loveland and Milford or at MiamivilleTrailYard.com.
That looks perfect. The feeling of getting ready for the holidays, there's nothing like it. Decorating the tree, accessorizing the table, adorning your walls with festive decor. What could be better? Whether you're doing the hosting this holiday or just enjoying some much-needed downtime with your favorites, at Ashley, you'll find all the things you need to make your home as jolly as can be at prices that slay. Spruce up your space for the holidays with Ashley. Visit your local Ashley or shop online at ashley.com.
The holiday season doesn't just stop this week. The holiday season runs through the new year and beyond, so why not treat yourself to the ultimate holiday gift, the gift of luxury. Tony Pike here, my guy Ted Reedy at Cincinnati Cadillac is delivering the best year-end savings that'll have you literally jingling all the way to the bank. $7,000 off courtesy 2024 Cadillac XT6s. They have Cadillac Escalade special event pricing. They have the Lyriq with special event pricing. They have the new Cadillac IQ. It is their all-electric Escalade model. It's happening right now. So don't wait. Head to Cincinnati Cadillac on Gilbert Avenue. We are Cincinnati.
Supplements are everywhere, but how do you know they're working or not hurting? What if you could get custom-made supplements with the exact ingredients and dosages that work for you? Meet Viome, creator of the world's most advanced microbiome test. This isn't a food sensitivity test. This tells you exactly what you need to eat and avoid based on your body's response to over 370 foods. Viome uses cutting-edge RNA and AI technology to analyze your unique biology and creates a personalized plan to optimize your health. That's not all. They create made-for-you supplements, biotics, and oral care products, all tailored specifically to your results. Whether you want to improve energy, increase focus, or lose weight, Viome offers a personalized plan to help you succeed. It's easy to get started, all from the comfort of your home. Take control of your health journey today and reap the benefits long-term. Visit Viome.com to learn more and get $110 off any test using code IHEART. That's Viome.com. Viome. Your health evolution starts now.
Join Bud Light this NFL season for a chance to win tickets to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Just go to BudLight.com/EasyPicksNFL, and for every game you pick right, you'll get an automatic entry to win those epic Super Bowl tickets. That's BudLight.com/EasyPicksNFL.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love to create wonderful memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things into ever greater memories over time.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Ohio or Kentucky attorneys. 513-823-2020. Office in Florence, Kentucky. 201 East 5th Street, Suite 1310, Cincinnati, Ohio 45202. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only.
Attention small business owners needing financing. Are you frustrated with a slow process and high interest rate quotes from your bank? Then you need Swish Funding, the small business funding experts, where our simple application process takes just minutes with affordable funding as soon as one business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $10,000 to $2 million. If you've been in business for 1 year or more with a monthly income of at least $25,000, you can get the affordable funding you need with no collateral. Swish Funding is providing funds for expansion, inventory, increased overhead, even slow cash flow to small businesses all over America. Restaurants, plumbing, landscaping, trucking, auto body shops, healthcare providers, and more are getting the funds they need fast. At Swish Funding, applying takes just minutes with funds in your bank account within 24 hours. Go to swishradio.com. That's SWISH radio.com. Swishradio.com.
Hey, it's Mo Egger. First of all, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Secondly, I'm not here today. Third, I'm a team player, so I'll tell you that James Rapine's on for me today, and you should listen to him starting at 3:05 on ESPN 1530 Cincinnati Sports Station.
Cincy 360 is back on ESPN 1530 Cincinnati Sports Station.
The uniform combo is out, Austin.
Brought to you by our friends at Penn Station.
Black jerseys, white pants, orange stripes, and orange socks Saturday against the Broncos. They are 1-1 in that combo this season.
I am
5-4 overall.
I am biased, but it is one of many great looks that the Bengals have, and the Bengals, I do believe, have the best uniforms in the NFL.
I love the orange helmet, white jersey, orange pant combo.
Okay, yeah. That was the one they've only worn that once. It was in L.A. earlier this year.
That one is. I thought that one just looked. It really popped on the screen.
You know, when they first came out with those new uniforms in 2021, they wore on a Thursday night game against Urban Meyer's Jacksonville Jaguars, orange helmets, orange jerseys, white pants, orange socks, and something they wore a lot during the Marvin Lewis era.
Yeah.
Orange jerseys, white pants. They have not worn it since that September game against Jacksonville in 2021. They only wear the black pants with the orange jerseys now.
I was going to make a joke, but
I dislike it. I dislike it because I think that orange on white is a clean uniform. It's my favorite combination. They've only worn it once.
Going back to college for a moment. Speaking of Vanderbilt earlier, the team that was able to knock off Alabama, their quarterback, Diego Pavia, who had spent a couple years in JUCO, sued the NCAA looking to regain some eligibility that was lost while he was at the junior college level. That eligibility was a temporary injunction was granted in that case that gave him an extra year of eligibility, potentially. And the NCAA responded yesterday by granting a blanket waiver that anybody that had played in junior college would get an extra year. But the important part of that is in a memo to schools following that decision, it was noted that the NCAA now is looking at changing the eligibility clock. The way eligibility works in college sports, now the COVID year is the free COVID year is over, is that you have 5 years when you enter college. You have 5 years. You get 4 years to play. So essentially 4 years and a redshirt year. What the NCAA is looking to do, Austin, is eliminate the redshirt year. Mm-hmm. So you would get 5 years to play 5. And that would potentially start this summer, which would mean everybody would have an extra year. What are your general takes on the way that this is going? Because eventually someone is going to challenge this, Austin, and it's somebody we see this all the time. Players that are good enough to be like really good college players, even at times star college players that really don't have the measurables, the athleticism, whatever it is to be to make it at the next level. And those people are going to want to stay in college and make NIL or revenue share money for as long as they can. Mm-hmm. Like you're going to see somebody year 7 be like, no, I think I should still be able to make $500,000 a year playing football at Old State U. What is your take on potentially everybody getting a 5th year of eligibility and eliminating the redshirt year?
The first thing I thought of is what happens to players who get hurt.
I would guess you would have to have some kind of medical hardship waiver associated with this because that exists now.
Right. I really don't mind it.
I don't either.
I don't want older players in the game. I want there to still be I want there to be a little bit of a penalty for constantly transferring. I don't know that this necessarily is a penalty to that, but also it will make you think twice, I would think. But yeah, we don't need players playing for 6, 7, 8 years.
So you're okay, set it at 5, cap it at 5, after 5 you're done.
Yeah, I would say that. And then I would say maybe 6 for injuries.
Yeah. I mean,
that would then essentially give you 2 season-ending injuries.
Right. I think that's where it needs to be is if you have one season-ending injury, I'm sorry, that is just included in that 5.
Right, exactly.
If you have a second season-ending injury,
we'll give you one more.
Then we'll give you one more back. I would fully agree. That's how it's supposed to be now.
Right.
It used to be you couldn't get your medical waiver if you had just regular redshirted. If you were healthy and you redshirted and then you had a medical season, you couldn't get that season back because you voluntarily redshirted for like your first season or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, in college football, like, it's football, man. Like these guys need some development, their bodies, their minds. It's not like basketball where you can generally come in at 18 and you can fit in on a basketball court. There's not a lot of guys at 18 that can jump on a football field with 22-year-olds and physically do it. So I like the 5 for 5. I think that's where it should be. I think the redshirt year, like, if you need it, great. But if you don't, like, you shouldn't be penalized a year of development because you were too good to sit out your freshman year.
Correct.
So it's coming. It's inevitable. How about this, Austin? We look at the Cincinnati Bearcats team. Basketball. The JUCO eligibility year means Day Thomas could potentially be a Bearcat in 2025, 26. If the fifth year goes through, Aziz Bandego, Simas Lukosius, and Connor Hickman could all also be back next year. And you could essentially, NIL, money, distribution, playing time, like, it wouldn't work out perfectly. But Wes Miller could almost have, like, the unheard of in 2024, 25, the same team for 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back to the Bengals. That's what I know you guys are waiting for. We'll get back to the Bengals, and we got some phone calls. We'll take those right after this. This is Cincinnati's ESPN 1530, Cincy 360, a service of Penn Station.
Whether you're dealing with injury or just making your health a priority, NovaCare Rehabilitation is here for you. There's no better time to make NovaCare's movement experts part of your healthcare team than now. Starting care is easy and for some may not even require a prescription for physical therapy from your doctor. To learn more, go to NovaCare.com today.
Here's a gift card idea that is twice as nice. Give tasty Penn Station gift cards, and when you buy online, you'll get a free sub and offers for yourself that lasts into the new year. Only at PennStation.com. Hurry, this tasty offer won't last long.
Hey, it's Mo Egger. Winter weather can do more than just make the road slick. It can also do a number on your home's exterior. Maybe it's snow or ice. Perhaps it's wind. Could be just extreme cold. Either way, when your home's exposed to the elements, it's prone to damage. That's when my friends at Madewell Restoration can help. This winter, bookmark this website, MadewellRestoration.com. Whatever your home's exterior needs, the folks at Madewell can help. MadewellRestoration.com.
December deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional $75 off every $1,000 you spend on select kitchen major appliances from Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag. And save $30 on a Project Source 3-gallon pancake compressor. Was $79.98, now $49.98. Valid 12/19 through 12/25. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. While supplies last. Tool offer valid 12/5 through 12/18. While supplies last.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back, but baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
For more information about contests on this station, go to espn1530.iheart.com/rules.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? Get rid of all that high-interest debt. Pay off all your credit cards. Consolidate everything into one lower payment. Mo Egger here. If you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you got to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto's got rates with APRs in the low 5s, and they're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands of dollars out of their home's equity. Homeowners who do this, on average, save $850 a month. Loan Pronto offers a lot of options, including total refis or their express equity lines of credit. So call now, get a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. And if you call today, not going to make any house payments till 2025. LoanPronto.com, 513-800-1550. LoanPronto.com. Free rate quote now, 513 800-1550. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Unapproved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Want to make this Christmas the most unforgettable yet? Genesis Diamonds is here to help with our most dazzling selection ever and 5 years, 0% interest financing. Hi, it's David Cooper at Genesis Diamonds. Imagine the look in her eyes opening that box, seeing an elegant diamond tennis bracelet or a stunning designer necklace. Genesis showcases are fully stocked with the classics as well as the latest one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry from world-class designers. Unique, handcrafted items you cannot find anywhere else. And we're featuring our largest ever selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. At Genesis, our non-commissioned experts will guide you, respecting your price range, and whatever you choose, you can divide the price by 60 to get your super low payment. This year, give the gift that sends the message of love like nothing else. A beautiful, meaningful, and memorable piece of jewelry from Genesis Diamonds. Get holiday store hours, directions, finance details, and more at GenesisDiamonds.com. Genesis Diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes on Montgomery Road. See store for details.
Cincinnati men's basketball is back in action at Fifth Third Arena. From jaw-dropping hoops to electrifying halftime performances, this is a season you won't want to miss. Feel the energy. Experience the thrill. Get tickets today at GoBearcats.com/tickets or call 1-877-CATS-TICKS.
Hey, Cincinnati's former Bengal and Pro Football Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. Are you or someone you know looking to gain valuable experience that positively impacts the community? The Anthony Munoz Foundation is currently seeking students from all academic disciplines to intern with the foundation. Our interns are imperative to the success of our programs. We strive to give interns real-world hands-on experience and the opportunity to see your work make a real difference in the community. Visit MunozFoundation.org or call 513-772-4900 to learn more about the foundation's internship opportunities.
As NFL news happens, hear about it here first.
This is Dan Horn, and you're listening to the official home of the Bengals, Cincinnati's ESPN 1530.
Here we go. Winding down Christmas Eve here on Cincy 360. James Rapine up next, filling in for Mo Egger. We are very limited on time, but I couldn't let Christmas Eve go by without saying Merry Christmas to my guy Mike in LA.
Let's go, Mike.
Mike, what's going on? How are you?
Well, I'm a lot better when I'm listening to my friends, I'll tell you that.
That's good to hear, Mike. Did I surprise you that I was in for Tony today?
Yeah, it did, actually.
In a good way?
I didn't. Now that I thought it through, no, it didn't. Right, Austin?
That's right, Mike.
What did he do, fall down the steps? Or
He did fall down the steps, yeah.
He did, yeah, he did.
Flipped off the toilet seat, or, I don't know.
he did actually have the day off, but he did actually fall down the steps. That's not a joke.
How does a guy like this play quarterback when he can't even negotiate steps and he's not even 40
Well, I think it
years
really
old?
I think it really leads to his career starting to make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think so, although he might have had like 2 kids draped all over him, so that's kind of like a sack. Or it could be just a force, just a pressure. It was a pressure.
It was a pressure.
It went down on a pressure, Tony. That's pathetic. Anyway, I just wanted to extend my gratitude to this whole Cincy 360 and you guys who have helped me immeasurably through this last year of some tough times. So I really, really appreciate it. And I want you to know you guys are a big part of my life, and I really care about you.
We appreciate you too, Mike.
Thanks. I wanted to ask you, Chad, is this, well, I told Austin this the other day, but I got a surprise here in the hospice last week. Jim Rome came to the Veterans Hospice in La Jolla, Chad.
Nice.
It was the coolest. Yeah. He visited here because his uncle, he's got some history with his family in the military, and he came and he was there for about an hour. He sat and talked to me and my buddy who's in the other bed for about 15 minutes. It was a blast. I can't tell you, it was a blast.
He seems like a good dude.
He really is a good dude, and he's just he likes to be a little dick sometimes, but he's a lot of fun.
One of the great moments in sports radio history is him calling Chris Everett.
Jimmy Everett. Yeah, Chris Everett. That's hilarious. Is this the most excited you've been? When was the last specific year that you were this excited about the Bearcats basketball program?
2017-18. And that team was loaded. They'd had all the pieces. If they didn't lose the game that we don't speak of, which if you watched UCLA, North Carolina over the weekend, you saw almost a carbon copy of what happened that fateful day in Nashville. But this team is as complete as that team was. That team spent most of that season in the top 10. We will see here very shortly because they opened Kansas State, Kansas, Baylor, Arizona. We're going to find out what they're made of here real soon. So I'm excited for it, but it should be a fun little ride.
And poor Mick. Poor Mick.
Yeah.
That's it. I really do. I empathize with that guy. I'm wondering about this Bengals-Broncos game, because if it comes down to coaching, I'm going to have to tell you, I'm taking Sean Payton over that Taylor.
I get it. Mike, unfortunately, we do have to bounce because we are running out of time. But
my bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure we had time to say Merry Christmas, and I look forward to talking to you, if not the rest of this week, absolutely very soon in the new year.
Merry Christmas, Mike.
Okay. You have a safe one, guys.
Thanks Mike. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas. I mean, Austin, sure. I think we would all take Sean Payton over Zach Taylor.
Speak for yourself.
You would take You would take Zach Taylor?
I'm kidding.
I know you're a big Zach Taylor guy. An apologist, some might say. Some might say a Zach Taylor apologist here on the other side of the microphone.
Zach Taylor realist.
But I don't know. I don't think Sean Payton is quite Drew Brees Sean Payton, so we'll see. Let's take one more break. Quick hits and Christmas when we come back. Cincy 360, a service of Penn Station.
From the Stacy Air Solutions Tempstar Weather Center, here's your forecast.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Well, a mild Christmas Eve as temperatures are going to top out in the mid to upper 40s with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, you drop down to the upper 30s, so mild when you kick off Christmas, although we do see chances for rain scattered throughout your Christmas day. That's your 9 First Warning forecast. I'm meteorologist Cameron Harden.
Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
JCPenney's Super Saturday sale has last-minute gifts and bigger savings for everyone. This weekend through Christmas Day, wrap up your list with our biggest doorbusters. Grab men's dress shirts and pants, now buy one, get one free, in-store only. Scoop up the coziest sweaters starting at $12.99 and get warm Sherpa throws for $14.99 each. Dash away with all the right gifts, all the right prices, all in the nick of time. JCPenney, make it count. Offers valid 12/20 through 12/25. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Being present and in the moment for family activities was impossible because Will Burt was so focused on the constant pain in his leg.
My wife likes to take walks. I always kind of dreaded going on walks because they hurt. The boys both play baseball. I coach their teams. I was going to do them and be in pain and be uncomfortable and kind of sacrifice my own health.
An old Achilles injury left Will coping with agonizing pain until he discovered the natural biologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery or steroids. The procedure took place in the office and Will walked right out.
I feel great. There's no pain. There's no tenderness.
Patients like Will are feeling amazing and living their best lives.
Ironically, just got off the golf course today, so I think that's a good telltale sign that the Achilles is feeling better.
Don't be in pain another day. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. Call QC Kinetics, 513-847-0019. That's 513-847-0019. 513-847-0019.
Boost your festivities this season with a hassle-free holiday loan from Emory Federal Credit Union. Spread cheer and joy with cash you need for gifts, travel, home improvements, or whatever makes you happy. Members get 1.85% off your holiday loan. For more information or to apply for a personal loan, contact any Emory Federal Credit Union branch or apply online at emoryfcu.org. Hurry, offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. NMLS number 401087. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Where else can you get a steaming hot sub piled high with grilled meats and veggies, nestle up next to fresh cut fries, and a hand-squeezed lemonade? This meaty, melty, massive hot mess is only at Penn Station. Put it in your face.
I love spreading joy with gifts this time of year, but I try not to spread my budget too thin. Luckily, Kohl's has come through for me once again. I just went and used a 25% off coupon to score so many great gifts under $20, like cozy pajamas and fleece, amazing gift sets, and beauty must-haves. So if you're looking to give more for less this season, get to Kohl's. Select styles. Offers end December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Make Hollywood Casino Lawrenceburg your game day headquarters this season. Watch all the games on their giant screen TVs and tackle the area's best game day food and beverages with all your friends. Get in on all the hockey and football action this winter with Pin Play and ESPN Bet. Hollywood Casino's online sportsbook is now live in Indiana. Score big this season at Hollywood Casino Lawrenceburg. However you want to play. Must be 21 or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT or text INGAMB to 53342.
The Bengals welcome the Denver Broncos to Paycor Stadium on Saturday, December 28th at 4:30 for our final home game of the season.
Join us for Bengals pregame at the Banks, then head into the stadium early to get ready to rule the jungle. It's Fan Appreciation Day. Giveaways and surprises will happen throughout the game.
Limited tickets remain. Go to Bengals.com for tickets and rule the jungle with us. The Bengals-Broncos game is presented by On Location.
If you're like most Americans, you've got a ton of credit card debt and you're paying insane interest rates on that debt every month. Same for car loans and personal loans. Stop getting ripped off. Let Loan Pronto consolidate that debt at a significantly lower rate using the equity in your home. Hi, it's Mo Egger. Loan Pronto's Express Equity line of credit can get you up to $500,000 so you can consolidate your debt in as fast as 5 days. Their average client saves over $1,000 every single month by doing this, and right now is the best time to act. With an Express Equity line of credit, you can access up to 90% on your home's equity, usually without an appraisal. Don't put this off. Get your financial house in order for the new year. Call Loan Pronto now to see what you can save. It's a free quote, and there's no credit pull. 513-800-1550, loanpronto.com. 513-800-1550. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Cincy 360 continues on ESPN 1530, Cincinnati's sports station. It's time for Cincy 360 Quick Hits on ESPN 1530.
I was looking for Mo.
Not looking for Mo. He's not here. But
Mo's not here?
He's not here. He was here this morning. I know because I was standing outside of the studio when you guys were recording the year-end special, just in case something happened to somebody and you needed a fill-in. I filled in for you this year. I filled in for Tony. I filled in for Mo. I filled in for Lance. I just figured you got, just in case I was outside the door.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know,
it's good to feel, that comfort that is always with your presence.
Real quick, Austin, if you had to check a box for 2024, naughty, nice, or I tried, which box would you check?
For me?
Yeah.
I would say nice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's between I tried and nice.
I think I'm generally in the I tried category.
I wasn't naughty.
Yeah, I didn't really do. There have been years that naughty would have definitely been checked, but I don't think this year was it.
Yeah, no.
Poll questions. Yeah,
yes.
poll questions.
Gosh, you read my mind. It's almost like we've worked together before.
Almost.
Is Joe Burrow already the best quarterback in Bengals history?
I'll go yes.
Final results agree with you. 92.8% of people say yes, Burrow is already the best quarterback in Bengals history. Poll question number 2. Does your opinion of the 2024 Bengals hinge on the outcome of Saturday's game against the Denver Broncos?
I say yes.
70% say no.
I'm surprised by that one.
It does not. A couple people said the slow start shaped my opinion, including the Patriots game as well. We are off tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
Cincy 360. We're going to do a best of edition, including interviews with Armand Benz. We did on Pike to Benz Day. Wes Miller, Scott Satterfield, all that stuff we're kind of bringing back for the best of show. And then I'm back here solo on Thursday, and we'll be previewing big time Bengals Broncos, including a conversation with Parker Gabriel, who covers the Denver Broncos for the Denver Post.
And then I'm in Friday. Solo
for the Friday Football Frenzy.
And then I will be back in Monday with Tony.
Let's do it.
Everybody, have a Merry
for a while now, but it's the week. It's the holiday season, Christmas around the corner. It's a time of love and joy, but if you suffer as a man with ED, the season can be tough on you, and it can also be tough on your partner who may be experiencing these struggles with you because of ED. So change it up this year and give the best gift you can to the one you love the most by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. Tri-State Men's Health can help in many ways. Their treatments work when the pills and everything else fails. Treatments have success rates well over 90%. And they have 6 convenient locations spread out across Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Louisville, and Northern Kentucky to make the experience as easy and accessible as possible. All you need to do is schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. The initial visit will cost you $99, and that's going to get you a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, TNPSA testing, and if you're medically advised, a test dose. If that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Don't put it off any longer. Give the best gift you can to the one you love by calling them at 800-900-9654 today or visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
Feel like you've tried every single fad diet and you're still not losing weight? Or you're not into expensive solutions with side effects that might stop working as soon as you stop using them? Time to get to the root cause and start a plan that's tailored to your needs and to your unique biology. Start by taking Viome's one-of-a-kind microbiome test. It reveals your responses to over 370 foods. Viome is the only company that uses cutting-edge RNA and AI technology to decode your results and turn them into a plan that includes the exact foods you should eat and avoid, plus personalized supplements and biotics to boost your goals. Weight loss problems solved. No more gaining and losing the same stubborn pounds. This holiday season, why not give your loved ones, including yourself, a Viome test? Here's to a healthier, more energized, more vital life. Go to Viome.com to learn more and get $110 off any test using code IHEART. That's V as in victory, IOME.com. Viome. Your personalized plan to lose weight starts now.
Experiences make life more meaningful. And with MasterCard's Priceless.com, you can immerse yourself in unforgettable experiences in dining, sports, art, entertainment, and more in over 40 destinations. From a round of golf with a legendary player to a cooking class with a celebrity chef, you can fuel your passions and create lasting memories. Explore experiences today at Priceless.com, exclusively for MasterCard cardholders. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football, and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7. Money lines, parlays, props, live bets, and so much more. The betting options feel endless on DraftKings. Best of all, it's safe, secure, and reliable with 24/7 support. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever and however you want. And here's a new gift for all customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Cincy1530. That's code Cincy1530 for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Ohio only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Express Pro Tire and Auto is the best in brakes. Lifetime brake pads are just $109.99 per axle. Go to XPRESSPro.com.
Express Pro Tire and Auto.
There's no gift that's more beautiful, more versatile, and more meaningful than a beautiful piece of jewelry. And there's no better place to shop this holiday season than Genesis Diamonds. Hi, it's David Cooper at Genesis Diamonds. We've put together our most impressive selection of cannot-miss gifts. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands for every taste and every price range. From diamond classics to the newest, most amazing designer fashion-forward jewelry. And our selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches has never been better. And just for December, we're offering 5 years, 0% interest financing on any holiday purchase. With this special offer, everything's affordable. Just pick any item, divide the price by 60, and that's your payment. So come to Genesis Diamonds, let our experts help you choose that perfect headliner gift for this holiday season, and spread your payments out over 5 years. Get holiday store hours, directions, finance details at genesisdiamonds.com. Happy holidays from all of us at Genesis Diamonds and Luxury Pre-Owned Rolexes on Montgomery Road.
From the ESPN 1530 studio. Powered by Madewell Restoration. Greater Cincinnati's roofing and exterior restoration experts. Madewell Restoration.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is 1530 WCKY, the 50,000-watt orange and black home of the Cincinnati Bengals.